Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Next, we'll witness the most dangerous game our captain is facing. The screams resembled a free concert as Fenji and Dandan hid in the cabin. The lights went out, transforming the plane into a horror film. Fenji shot up like Superman, thinking she saw someone in the bushes. Could they have an 11th housemate? Outside the cabin, Fat Ant became intrigued by the wrestler. After all, who knows what snacks could be hiding in his suitcase? Just as Cocker went to the forest for a bathroom break, Fat Ant tried to open the suitcase, but alas, it was locked. What a delivery thief move. The captain's surgery was a success. Night fell, and the survivors passed out one by one, leaving the forest as dark as Halloween. All that was left were the whispers of beasts and the rustling of leaves. Could tonight feature a thriller blockbuster? Morning came, and here's the mocking of the 100 birds for our captain, and for the audience who picked number 5. You can now choose your roles again. Glasses sighed, I just can't figure this out. Patient had no infection, no internal bleeding. How did he die? The black guy muttered excessive blood loss. Glasses, furious, stabbed the knife into the trunk, shouting for the black guy's help. His orders were so hot, the body might turn into Zombie George. They had to move away, sitting by a tree while watching the two carry the body. The captain's phone awkwardly dropped from his pocket, a real dramatic blunder. Taking advantage of distraction, he hid the phone, then used the bathroom excuse to sneak into the woods. After the two finished moving the body, Glasses was about to lose it, charging into the camp like a madman, all for cost saving. He stopped liability insurance, not anticipating that a patient would be allergic to the medicine. He ended up losing everything, even his career. The black guy apologized. After all, it was his insistence on surgery. Glasses sighed and stood up. He just hoped the captain's family wouldn't come to complain. In the camp, Goldhair found a suitcase in the baggage compartment, and Fat Uncle quickly rushed over to claim it. Goldhair asked curiously, why so heavy? Fat Uncle pondered and replied, exercise equipment. Perhaps a weighing scale. As the two chatted, they accidentally opened the bag, resulting in the captain's index finger getting sliced off. What a gruesome accident. His wife whispered in his ear, the captain was murdered. Fat Uncle asked, how did you see the murderer last night? She lowered her voice, saying, I didn't see anything, but the captain's lips were purple. Any blood spots around his eyes, like a sex hit on TV, quite realistic. As a doctor, Glasses could undoubtedly recognize it, but she remained silent. Fat Uncle was filled with doubt and pondered. What did the murderer actually intend to do? Fat Ant replied, do you even need to ask? Fewer people mean food and water last longer, and in survival mode, anything goes. Goldhair handed her a bottle of water, reassuring Fenji, don't worry. The rescue team will be here any minute now. Fenji said thank you, and Goldhair started discussing small talk, asking if Fenji and Dandan were still on their honeymoon. She responded with, how did you? Goldhair was stumped, didn't you say it yourself? Fenji was momentarily taken aback. She seemed a bit flustered. While they spoke, Dandan was busy unlocking the captain's phone, feeling a chill run down her spine. Goldhair switched topics, asking how Fenji met Dandan. Fenji quickly replied, my dad's a tech tycoon, super rich. And their love story ended up transcending the professional relationship, and Dad still didn't know they were married. Not far away, Cocker was putting in the effort of a lifetime, tearing apart the plane's positioning device barehanded. What a super maintenance guy. After a quick test, the internal device was intact, but the antenna was chewed off. Who could have guessed? To send the location, they needed to find a high point. He looked up at the distant peaks. The black guy said, we can't go now. We need to find water before dark, and tomorrow morning, we can climb the mountain to set the locator. Days later, in a military base storing 9 bodies, an officer curiously asked, who was that missing person? The rescuers shook their heads, saying they couldn't confirm now because one of the faces was destroyed. Goldhair, taking advantage of the sunlight, analyzed the surrounding map carefully. He identified the nearest hiking route. Not far off, Fenji suddenly stood up. She had seen the mysterious figure, but in the blink of an eye, that person was gone. Fat Ant handed her husband some water, reminding Fat Uncle it was time for his meds. Unexpectedly, Fat Uncle replied, I lost my meds this morning. He had been searching all day. Fat Ant teased, are you really joking? Fat Uncle replied, is this really the time for jokes? That medicine just slows heart rate, it's okay to skip it. Goldhair opened the plane's storage cabinet. Finding water and food hid significantly deep. The thief didn't even spare some gum. The black guy was fuming and came back with some wires to lock up the cabinet. They all exited the cabin, and Gould's head turned around to ask, "Are you really an insurance guy?" The black guy countered, "What do you do for a living?" Gould's head thought and replied, "I'm a photographer. I've traveled the globe capturing breathtaking photos." After hearing that, the black guy answered his earlier question. He really was an insurance agent. Before sunset, the group teamed up and left the camp to search for water. Glasses found blue mushrooms on the path. Gould hair squatted to introduce. "These are double-bellied mushrooms. They taste like black truffles. Just one tonight, and you'll be feeling unwell the day after." Not far off, Dan suddenly whistled, discovering a natural well, and the crowd quickly surrounded it. Dan took off her shoes to go wash up, but Goldhair stopped her. "Are there piranhas in there?" Goldhair shook his head exasperatedly. "There are no piranhas in Mexico." Cocker, being local, guessed it was probably a pike. Suddenly, a gunshot rang out, and the crowd rushed over. They thought there were living people in the woods, but instead saw Fat Uncle with a gun. Cocker asked in irritation, "Is this the exercise equipment?" Fat Uncle chuckled, "Exactly. Everyone knows hunting is a sport too." Glasses coldly remarked, "The only thing I hate more than anything is hunters." Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for unexpected plot twists in the next episode.